our tarot card reading in just a minute, but please go ahead, hit subscribe first before we get into Josephine Langford and her general tarot card reading, finding all that we can through Oracle as well as tarot. Please go ahead, hit subscribe, click that bell so you don't miss anything here. And at the end of this reading, I will have more to go over, more to talk about. But we are going to get into the astrology of Josephine Langford and who she actually is. So let's get into that straight away. Okay. So Josephine Langford was born in Australia. So she's an Australian actress, and she's best known for her role as Tessa Young, and as well as Netflix films Moxie, Evolution, and Rom-Com The Other. So a little bit more. She's a Leo, an Aquarius moon, and then her birth path is a 7. So let's get into this reading. So she is a Leo. All right, we're going to get into this, getting into some surface energy, just that first little bit of energy, trying to find out all that we can right on the surface of things for Josephine, and then we will get a little bit deeper into it through tarot. Okay. A little bit resistant in welcoming something here. I feel like she's definitely, she needs to make a new start about something, and I feel like she is kind of already evolving. So she's very welcoming to a new beginning. She's welcoming to something upcoming and, you know, adding to whatever she needs to add to, especially if it has to do with introspection or, again, evolution of her own self. So I feel like it is necessary for her to kind of be open to this and not resist it, especially if she's okay with it, instead of discarding or, you know, just not wanting to deepen the awareness there. That's something that she'll have to realize. So as soon as she realizes that she needs to be completely open to this, to whatever this new start is probably love. She's going to have to not be resistant to it, because it's showing a Queen of Cups in reverse. So again, I just feel like she's resisting it a little low in energy when it comes to that love situation or the love connection. We're going to find out a little bit more about it though. Yeah. So, and I think it all has to do with that strength and that courage. So, you know, she's doing all of these other things. She's deepening herself in just trying to be a better person and really diving deep into who she is. So I feel like energy wise, the strength and the courage are the root of the problem. So it's just having enough courage, having enough and going deep enough to get into the wisdom and get into the soul and get into that long-term happiness so that she's able to do that. Because I think that she leads with love. She's very heart-led. I think that she's emotionally very open and heart open. I don't see an issue with it, but the only thing that I'm seeing here is that maybe this just isn't, because I feel like this new start, again, she is resisting. Maybe she's just emotionally blocking off from this person. This person could be a Leo or a water sign, fire sign. Yeah. So it's somebody she's already dealt with. So somebody who she had some sort of a stable connection with, somebody she had a lot of distance between them, but when they were together, they were very stable, very whole. There was a really nice security there. It could have been somebody she worked with or somebody she, you know, whatever she did as far as whatever she was passionate with. Yeah, when she, and reflecting back on it, 7 of Swords is just showing maybe some sort of deception between the two of them, or her thinking that something was going on behind her shoulder, or looking behind her, always having to look back, and, you know, especially if there was no communication, in which she was even communicating through this, and it kind of felt like somebody was trying to trick her through into something, or be tricky, or just be deceptive, or just kind of run off without telling her how it really was, or tell her the truth. Let's find out what was going on in the past that has any connection to this. Okay, so this is going to be a water sign. Again, this is definitely a water sign. They had a pure intention when they first got involved. This person came to her with a love offer and sat there, gave her the offer, had a really pure intention, and this person is very light. Flying. And I think they're emotional. I think they connect, but I feel like they kind of resist going towards the emotions and, you know, the romance and really diving too deep into it. But they are quite young. So this is when they were either very young or just they were younger. She was. Getting into it though, there was definitely, you know, it was welcomed, but I feel like this person kind of dove into it without even realizing what they were diving into. So it was more of a serious situation on her end versus his or hers. So the other person definitely, yeah, it definitely had to do with work. They're very like-minded, very much into the change and the transformation of whatever they were doing. And I feel like they definitely were working together, whoever this is. Yeah, the Empress. Maybe that's why they're not dealing with each other. Maybe they're not working together anymore. Maybe there's just too much distance at this point. Because I do feel like that she or he feel as if this, it's almost like somebody kind of just walked away from the situation. There was no reliability, no chance to talk about it, no chance to get, some sort of safety out of this. It's just she walked away or he walked away, and it was just kind of like leaving the other person, in the dust and behind. So anything upcoming would definitely be some safety, especially business wise, or coming into some sort of ending of work. So she could be dealing with something that will come to an ending as far as her job. So she could be currently working on something, a project, business, finances, however that looks for her. That chapter is coming to an ending and something new will begin. And that would definitely, because there could be a little bit of a conflict surrounding that. Yeah, family comes into play here too. So, I mean, the conflict could have just brought in some changes as far as family, but these people feel like family. So whatever she's coming into an ending on, it definitely had to do with family. But there was a little bit of a crisis by the ending here. It was something that maybe just she wasn't planning on. Maybe just she hadn't organized that into her life. Yeah, and I don't know that she actually has talked or communicated this. Maybe she hasn't even, begun to let anybody know about it. So we might not even know that she's starting a new project or ending an old one. So financially, business-wise, things are really good. Family is good. But again, the only issue that I see is just kind of resisting a new start with that other person there. Kind of feeling like she was discarded. And that would make it really hard to begin something new, especially if that person came in and was like, hey, let's try this again. Well, I don't want to now. And just kind of deepening her awareness and her divine self in life. She's just trying to figure it out. Trying to start new beginnings as far as like going on the inside. I feel like her evolution is super important and she is not fucking apologizing for that. This is not something she'll apologize for. So love can wait on that note for her. And that deep dive, that's something that she needs to be doing and she's not guilty about it. So, okay. Please go ahead, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please and thank you. I want to thank you for coming and hanging out, and don't forget to check that bell so you don't miss your future readings here. And again, hit subscribe so you are fully taking advantage of the whole YouTube at Hangman. Other than that, please enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you all a little later. Bye.